I think it's important for us to be okay with not being okay even.
Hello, what's up? It's Farai Pascal and welcome back. So today we're chatting with a friend of mine all the way from America, talking to Darrin L. Harris. So among the many things that he does, he's a social activist, he's an author, he's a political consultant, and so you're gonna hear more about it. So we're gonna be talking about the power of association and a whole lot more. So grab your coffee, grab your juice, or any bev that you have. Sit back, relax, and we're gonna have a good time.
So, Darrin, thanks so much for making time out to have us talk. And today we're going to be talking about the power of association. And I know there's a lot of stuff that you've done in the last couple of months, politics and all that. And you're going to share with us all of that. So maybe just in brief, can you just talk us through who Darrin L. Harris is?
That's a complicated
I know.
question even for me to answer, but let's see if I can do a good job at describing. I mean, because it's multifaceted, right? There are many pieces of who I am. So first and foremost, I am a man of God, and a part of my calling, requires me to do these multiple aspects of what I do, whether it is doing social justice work. And when we talk about social justice, when we look at the life and legacy of Jesus Christ, he was about justice. Absolutely, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, and he spoke to the politics of his day. I try to inject humor, but there's always a message. Yeah. There's always a message and a method to my madness. You also may know me as an activist. You may know me also as one who hosts several shows, whether it is faith-based or political. You may know me as, one who was a CEO of a healthcare company, and I work a lot with mental and behavioral health challenges and substance abuse. You may also know me as an author. You may know me.
I was waiting for that.
So all of those things, right? And all of it has its place and has its purpose as it relates to what I do. So sometimes, it's difficult to really answer that question, but I try to do the best I can. So, I can, give that. So, because it can be somewhat confusing if you try to scroll down, through any of my social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You're like, who are you today? And that my answer to that is always exactly what you see is what you get. And what I try to tell people, the most important thing, even though your brand is important, it's important for you to be consistent in your messaging. It's also important for you to stay true to who you are.
That's true.
And where you are, right? Because we're not always going to be, in the same place. I think it's important for us to be okay with not being okay even.
And I was actually talking to someone like recently and telling them, sometimes if we're not careful, what we will benefit from is what we embrace in whoever is around us. So if a person may actually just choose to align with only one part of you, one component of you, they actually miss a whole lot more of what you carry and what you can offer and what you can bring to the table. So to your point, you are exactly who you are. You are all those different, like it's you in the different forms, and you just being expressive in every way you are, not hiding anything or leaving anything behind,
And I think part of the rationale there also is to help people to be their true, authentic selves. Because of course, on social media, you can be anybody you want to. You create an image. And unfortunately, when that happens and when people do that, when they meet individuals who they had high regards or respect, and it's like, that's not who I met.
That's not who I met.
Who are you? What I usually tell people, I'm all that. And what I would say to you, you're all that. You're absolutely all that.
That's
and
true.
Being able to embrace that, first of all, having self-awareness of who you are, right? And when you have this sense of self-awareness, you can have a sense of self-acceptance, which is really important because it all starts with self. I mean, if you don't accept who you are, if you don't embrace who you are, if you're not your true authentic self, then we really can't expect other people to do
That's
that
right.
as well. And that's a breeding ground for disappointment. And I'll just tell you like this, I'm almost a half a century. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time to fake the funk. I don't have the time to try to impress anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived, I'm assuming half of my life. But when you're almost a half a century, and you're still trying to please and appease and get approval and acceptance from people, there's something wrong with that picture. That means you need to take a look at that. And I always say that to people. Take a look at it. So I'm just going to put something on your shoulder so you can keep it on your mind. That's what I try to do in all of my, talks, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, any social media, or even in person. My role in my job is to put something on your shoulder so you can keep it on your mind. And hopefully, later on, it'll click later on.
That's powerful. That's so profound.
Friend used to be a noun. Friend now is a verb. It's something you do.